Training starts in 4, 3.
Okay, good morning. I've just realised that my watch is out of sync, would you believe, with the real time. It's now saying 7:45, but so I'm actually a couple of minutes late. So my apologies if you've been waiting for me this morning. And are you ready to go? We're working on the good old core. So that does actually mean we're including shoulders and the relationship to our hips. So it's the box, you could say it's the box position. So come and join me. We're going to be standing with our warm-up and mobilization before we hit the abs and some strength down the back, into the buttocks and into the hips. Okay, let's work through the feet. Little pedal power, find the mobility. Building up some strength there is always a good idea. And flexing through the ankles, opening up the toes and lift onto the heels. Lift. Get a little stretch through the calf muscles.
Take a 10-second rest.
And we go straight forward to the knees down. Just a little bend and then round to a circle. Hands on the thighs, not on the knees. Change direction.
In 4, 3.
Okay, into the hips. Hands on hips. Circle. Out. Back. So we just move into the hip joints. A bit. Out. Back. And last one. Change direction. Back. We're also getting some stability going on in that supporting leg. We've got 4 more. Back, round.
Exercise
2.
In 4, 3.
And last one. Changing legs. Okay. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. While we're here, we're thinking about our posture too. Middle of the week, we tend to focus too on our posture. Just aligning yourself, reminding ourselves to try and stay level and aligned. So pelvis underneath rib cage and ears directly in line with the shoulder. Let's change direction. Back, out, forward. Breathe.
Exercise
Often we hold our breath with our exercises. It's really essential to get that breath going. Let it travel around the body, deep down into the lungs and expand the rib cage. We often hold the tension in our shoulders, so we drop the shoulders down. So we're on the last one here. In and circle the hips. Round. Just feeling a little bit looser. Let's change direction.
In 4, 3, 2.
Now hands to thighs. Mobilize through the back. Lengthen the tailbone away. Push it away. Flat back. Flex.
3, 2, 1.
All these moves we could do if we've been sat still at a desk or sat still focusing on something, and we just get up and come to standing, moving through the spine. Now remember, the spine is meant to move in all sorts of directions, and because we're going to be working on core, we want to rely on those muscles around it. So let's circle the pelvis around in this position. And now find your shoulders, circle and circle. So really move the shoulder in all different directions. Give it a wiggle. Roll up. Now, turning your attention to your shoulders. Let's turn the palms up, turn them down. 2, 1. One arm comes up. Let's grow and lengthen up through the side of the body. Now notice the pelvis stays aligned underneath the rib cage. It's just the upper body that's bending. Now we're going to change that by shifting. It's not something that you would do after a hip operation, because the temptation here for the hip to pop out. We don't want that. Over. Bend sideways. You might feel a stretch down the side of the body here. One more. And good. So we are now working to the upper body. A little bit more focus on the shoulders, really releasing.
10-second rest.
Change
In
direction.
4, 3, 2,
And
1.
finally, the neck muscles. Turn the head. Turn.
Exercise now. In 4, 3, 2.
Right, are we ready? Come to the end of your mat or just find some space. Rolling down. Walk the hands forward. Set. Now we are challenging the core strength here with the shoulders. Staying level. Bring the knee in. Circle it round. Working to keep the pelvis level will challenge your core. Change direction.
Rest. In 4, 3, 2, 1.
Changing leg. Into the midline. Send it round.
Exercise 10. In 4, 3.
So try feel as though those shoulder blades are working flat to your rib cage. Change direction. And we are coming down just to ease out through the shoulder and find a stretch across the back. Release the wrists. Come on up. Go to the other side.
Take
Thread
a
through.
10-second rest.
Wriggle
In 4, 3, 2,
the wrist.
1.
Come on out. Back to the shoulders. Pull them back so you feel both shoulder blades.
Exercise 1.
Back
In
into your
4,
back pockets.
3,
Tuck your toes under.
2,
Lift the knees. There we go. Over. 1, 2. Slow. Getting the rotation here. Working your obliques to pull the knees round. 4, 3, 2, and last one. In. Set. Come off your wrists. Arms come forward.
4, 3, 2,
Opening out through the back. Roll up. Through the back. Take the leg forward. And the other leg forward.
In 4, 3,
Wiggle.
2, 1.
Again, we're pulling, using the core strength to lift and hoik the hip up. Half roll back. Only this time we hold here and we lift the leg. So we're challenging into the hip flexor. Part of your core strength. The muscle that's attached to your thigh and into your hip. Back.
Take a
Lift.
10-second rest. In
Lower.
4,
Roll.
2,
Working abdominals at the same time. Let's make it a little tougher.
exercise 3. In 4, 3, 2,
Feel the power of the abdominals holding you at the back of the pelvis. Staying rounded. One more. Time for some more rotation. Legs long, arms wide, rotate. 2, 3, and return. Round you go. 1,
take a 10-second
3,
rest.
return.
In 4,
Pull it round.
2, 1.
Stay tall, making sure that spine is stacked. And we've got that posture alignment, the shoulders directly over the hips, running down in a line through the rib cage. Turn and release. Coming back onto your back. So part of your core strength is also going to be your glutes. So let's work on those. Heels in line with sit bones and then drive the pelvis straight up. Hold. Send the knees away. Keep the ribcage soft and down and lower. Touch the bottom down. Push back up. Exhale. Push. Tap. Push.
Exercise 5.
Tap.
In
So
4,
try and avoid hinging in your back
2,
to push the pelvis up. You've got to lengthen through the quads. And if you're tight here, your temptation will be to lift and arch into the back. So try and keep the ribcage down and send the knees away. One more. And down. Bring your knees to your chest. Hug. Circle round.
take a a 10-second rest. In 4,
Now,
3,
roll the upper body down.
1.
Hold the tabletop legs. Your back naturally will be down towards the mat. You've got to engage at the front of your body, so you're actively setting those abdominals, your core strength. Double arms come up. Go back behind the head. And again, keep passing the arms back behind the head. Let's add in something for a little longer lever and more of a challenge to hold your position for your core. One leg goes out. In, exhale. In, exhale. In,
1.
last one. In, hold the upside down beetle. Stabilize those shoulders. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Exhale, lift the chest. Take the arms forward. Send the legs out. 1 and 2. Now, you want a bit more? We can take the arms back behind the head. Yes, here we go. Exhale out with the legs. Take the arms back, bring them back in. Now, as you take the arms back, slice them past your ears and then bring them back. And again, if you want a bit more, we can do that too. Exhale out and circle round. In. Exhale out, back and circle round. So we're getting more into the shoulders. One more. And in. And lower the upper body. Coming over onto our front. Because although we always think about core being our abdominals, we also need to be appreciative that the core also is our back muscles, and we need to work on extension. So what we do for extension, what we do to contract in the abdominal muscles, we're finding that we're lengthening the opposing muscle, which will be the back extensors. So therefore, to work that in reverse, we lengthen a little bit through the abdominal muscles, they're still connected, but then we start to challenge into your back muscles. Let's come over onto our front. Elbows wide. Now have a feeling of length and then extend the upper body away from the mat and roll back down. Keeping the head in line so we don't have a hinge point in the neck joints. Exhaling away, pull the shoulders back and down. Now adding in so that we can get some muscle around the shoulders and lower. Up. Feel those shoulders.
Exercise 10 in 4.
And one more.
3, 2, 1.
Hands down. Back to shell stretch. Open out through the back. And roll back up. Coming over onto our side. So we spoke about a little bit about the obliques and their rotational power. We're now going to use the obliques to fix and support us at the side of the body here. Hook the leg, hand in front, hand comes down. And we're turning into a side bend. Shoulder stability. Again, it is part of our core strength. Inhale. Exhale, up, push the knee down, lift the abdominals up and the rib cage up to the ceiling, and then take the arm over, feel the stretch down the side of the body, and then try and shift a bit more so you take your weight and you're towards your knees and your feet, and you'll get more of a side bend. Arm comes up, and then bring the pelvis down.
Take a 10-second rest.
Go. Inhale, let's go again. Exhale, up between two panes of glass, and then over you go. Stretch, the rib cage meeting the bottom hip,
in 4,
and then
3,
down.
2,
Go to the other side. Stacking, hooking, hand, open, set. Inhale, press the knee down, exhale. So we're using lateral thigh, lifting that rib cage, pressing down through the hand.
4, 3, 2,
Inhale and down. And one more as we exhale up.
Exercise 3.
Inhale up, Really separate the hands,
1.
and then over you go. Down we come. Back over onto hands and knees for the good old core test. Set the shoulder and reach the opposite leg to the arm. Keep the balance and hold here. We're going to do something slightly different. We're going to turn the leg out to the side and the arm out to the side, and then lift. Hold.
Exercise 4.
Bring it back into alignment,
3, 2, 1.
and then down and in. So making sure you get your set position first. Slide, engage. Set that core strength. Out to the side. Lift. Back to alignment.
Take a 10-second rest.
And in.
In 4.
Let's do that one more time.
2, 1.
And slide, engage. So you're level, shoulders are stable, and we're not pulling shoulder forward.
2, 1.
We take it out to the side, lift. Forward and in. So it's not imperative that we go so high. We just need to keep everything level. Out,
3, 2,
lift.
1. Exercise
And forward.
6. In 4, 3, 2, 1.
And in. So coming off your wrists, and just consider where you felt those muscles going today. So I hope that that's helped you this morning too, when you've got going and you feel a little bit energized from shoulders to hips, and mobilized too. Just a few ideas to get that core going. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow for some power, bring some weights, and we'll be working through a little bit of upper body, and maybe a few legs as well. So come and join me tomorrow. If I don't see you at any of the classes today or tomorrow in the local villages, we've got Metwold Sculpt, Stretch and Flex later on this morning, and then this evening, where am I this evening? I'm in Feltwell this evening for Pilates, and a good strong team that is too. So I look forward to seeing you during the day too, if not tomorrow. Bye for now.
Exercise 8. In 4, 3, 2,